I'm still losing it, even though I know how to respond, even though I know how I should respond. Have you ever been there? So, when I was a young mom, I was so frustrated because I learned, respond this way from many meaningful parenting coaches who had great advice. I just couldn't implement that advice when I was when I was losing it, and I couldn't respond the way I wanted to respond. And so, in the years of study I've had since then, I learned a really vital piece of information. And that is this, that our stress response, it has to do with the brain. Our stress response starts in our amygdala, which is what is the alarm bell of the brain, what's going crazy when you're losing it, is that stress response. It starts in the amygdala. And what happens with the amygdala is that even though you know how you should respond and what you should say, that amygdala piece literally cuts off access, literally bypasses the prefrontal cortex, the area behind your brain where all your problem solving ability, your higher order thinking, your verbal ability, your empathy, all of those things are in this area of the brain. And the amygdala literally bypasses that when you are losing it, when you are in your stress response. So when people tell you you should respond this way, a lot of times it's as good as useless when you're in your stress response. You literally cannot access that information. So I also learned that while it takes more than just deep breaths, we all can reduce our stress response and build a muscle of non-reactivity. There are ways to practice that in the moment and ways to build that muscle overall so that you can have an overall lowering of your reactivity. And you don't have to be a magical, sparkly mindfulness unicorn for it to happen. With the right method, guidance, accountability, anybody can do it. So when we lower that stress response overall, then we can use the whole brain and finally choose how we want to respond rather than be in that reactive state, which is where we are at our worst in parenting. So I'm Hunter Clarke-Fields. I'm author of Raising Good Humans, a mindful guide to breaking the cycle of reactive parenting and raising kind, confident kids. I'm the creator of Mindful Parenting. And if you want to know more about the simple 6-step method, the Mindful Parenting Roadmap, and the Mindful Parenting Method, I invite you to check it out. I have it all for free for you at mindfulmamamentor.com/stop-yelling. You get the roadmap and you can get some great advice, mind-body advice on how to slow down that stress response, how to stop losing it so much. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this is the beginning of our conversation, and I can't wait to dive in with you more. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.